G'day, Tim Neal, Data Farming. Hey, I thought you might be interested to see how you could use our new zoning tool on center pivots and lateral moves. If you have your pivots drawn here, I've just drawn a couple of examples. You can select the date of image, and I've just picked a recent one here, 11th of October. To get into the zoning tool, just go up to Actions, Create Zones. Now, you can do this on one field at a time, or you can do multiple fields at a time if you have this advanced subscription. But just with the standard subscription, just do one field at a time. Now, you'll see here that you can zone on a range of layers. At the moment, there's only a couple of layers, but soon we'll have multiple layers you can zone on. You can pick the algorithm that you want. In this case, we'll just start with the NDVI, but you can zone on any of those other available indices, if you like. And you can also change the date here. If that one doesn't quite suit, you can just pick another one. So, you know, this is sort of a live image, if you like, and you say, well, I want to send this to my pivot controller. Then I can see there's some red areas here. Let's try and separate those out. So you can pick the number of zones that you want, and 2, 3, 4, or 5. Then you pick your resolution level. So this depends on really how the pivot's set up. If you've got individual nozzle control, or whether you've got just sections or banks, or each span has its own control, then you can toggle between all these different levels of control here. So I'm just going to start with 25 meters, and you can see that's probably a little bit fine for something like a pivot. So again, just go up to say 50 meters or even up to 100 meters to smooth this out, depending on what sort of lateral you've got. And also at this point, you know, I guess this is where you can have a toggle around with different indices to see if that makes a difference. Because when you get into high biomass crops under irrigation, sometimes you do need those other indices like NDRE or PCD to actually get better value out of them. Let me just try a PCD, see what that looks like. So once again, just picking 3 zones, 50 meters. Okay. So the other thing you can do right now is put your little transparency down the bottom here. You can scroll that across, and you can see the zones are overlaid over the top of the image underneath. And that's just to give you an idea, is that really representative of the field? And if it is, that's great. If not, go back and change some of these parameters here. Then you hit next. Now, zone 1 might be waterlogged areas, for example. You might actually, you might only want to put, 50 millimeters of water on those, or less. Maybe you don't want anything on those. 50 millimeters, and I'm just making up numbers here, but 80 millimeters. That's probably a bit too high. 50 mils and 20 mils. So you can then add those rates in. They're the rates that are going to be captured in the file. So the other thing you can do here is you can see against each zone is a little paintbrush. You might recognize that this red zone here is actually not really suitable for that rate. So you can get on here and actually click on these zones with that color palette from zone 2, for example. Now, say there's another one there that you might not want to be low. This one, you can see how we can go around and paint the zones whatever you like. So as the controller goes over them now, it doesn't do a rate change, it just keeps that same rate. But this is the sort of flexibility we've built into this tool. Coming soon is the ability to draw your own zones and cut up these zones as well, and color them whatever color you need. So we've got great flexibility coming. So once you add this to your cart, you pay with a credit card, 50 cents per hectare, and you can then get those out as a shapefile, which will go directly into the pivot controller boards. And you can do that via the apps that comes with each pivot, or sometimes you need to go to the actual pivot and upload them. So hopefully that's given you a bit of an idea what you can do with our new zoning tool in center pivot irrigation. Thanks for watching. As always, any questions, please email support@datafarming.com.au. Thanks.